good morning, good afternoon, or good night. We're going to be looking at the Alien Factor. This movie was released in 1978. It is one of my favorite movies ever made. Now, I am a little bit partial to it because it was made in my, like, literally just a few miles from my backyard. So, if you were born and raised in the Baltimore County area, Kearney, Parkville, Perry Hall, especially Perry Hall, uh, this movie should pertain to you. You should definitely like it. Anyway, Don Dohler was the director and creator of it, and for 1978, he did an amazing job, got getting some people thrown together to make some of these creatures that you see in the film. Some of the effects for 1978 on a shoestring budget were pretty good, but for the most part, this movie's cheese, and that's why I love it. I am a big fan of cheese movies, like really cheesy movies, and this one, maybe because I'm a little partial to it, but this movie I think is one of the cheesiest films ever made. We're going to take a peek into it, and I'll show you why. I guess a good place to start would be with him. He's the sheriff in this film. He's probably, I would say, the main character. The story kind of revolves around him. He, this is his car. It's just a little two-door thing that they threw a light on the top of. Anyway, he gets involved with some killings that go on in his little town. The mayor is on his back to get them solved. They can't figure out what it was that killed these kids. So he's digging into it and he uncovers some strange things. And then a strange guy named Zachary shows up, and Zachary's able to help him along with starts to be able to kill some of these creatures. Anyway, let's get into some of the actual shots so you can have an appreciation for this masterpiece. Now, if you're from the Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Jersey, Virginia area, you know that central mid-east coast accent. And that accent is not absent in this film. This man right here is a victim of living in that area. Take a listen.
Come on. Come on, let's do it.
Isn't that awful? Just take a listen again.
Come on. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Come on, let's do it.
Come on. Come on. Yuck. Now, in addition to that wonderful accent, you also get some of the greatest, most intelligent movie lines ever written, such as this.
Oh, I'm sure it would be all right if you at least alerted everyone that a wild animal might be on the loose.
I got some breaking news for you, woman. All wild animals are on the loose. And you also get to see this woman with the beehive, because beehives were such a big thing in Baltimore for decades. And this man, who I'm pretty sure has his closet raided by Prince. This is the rest of his band of ugly 70s ragtags. They've got some of the worst dancing girls cheering them on. Now let's move on to acting. The man you see in the black shirt is the mayor. That's also Count Gordeval. If any of you know who that is, he was a horror host. He still does a little bit of things, dresses up like a vampire. Anyway, he was out of Channel 20 out of Washington, D.C., so he was one of my local horror hosts. But check out his acting ability.
What in God's name is that?
Jack, believe him. I was there. It happened. I saw it.
Now, as far as acting goes, let's go back to the sheriff. And I'll set this scene up for you. A giant alien just killed the mayor in his own backyard. Okay, so you figure the sheriff will be a little distraught, maybe. And two people came and helped out with the fight with the alien anyway. Here's what you get.
Stephen, Ruth, thank you.
Stephen, Ruth, thank you.
Stephen, Ruth, thank you.
Hear that? He's not distraught or anything. And get this.
By the way, where is the mayor?
He's dead. Behind the garage.
Doesn't anybody care about this poor guy? Guess not. Here's a few more scenes with that creature. Ah, the acting. Now on to the effects. This is one of the better effects in the movie. This is a crashed spaceship, which, from what I understand, was just an electric toothbrush holder or something. But anyway, the way they did this is they sat it very close to the camera and filmed two guys off in the distance walking up to it. And it really does look like a gigantic crashed ship, if that looks like a ship. Here's a victim of one of the aliens as he's found by some kids. Just look at that. Here's a better shot of the alien, a still shot, so you can take a look at what he looks like. I don't know, I kind of like this one. And another. Or this one.
I still say we're nuts to take her.
Now look, man, we're taking her. Now she'll be okay as long as she stays in between us.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. We heard what happened to Rex, and we want to help you.
So there's Alien Factor. If you're looking for a movie to just watch and have fun, and you like B movies and especially cheese, then give Alien Factor a try. I'm sure you'll love it. Thanks for watching.